Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, and I'm dressed like this because I'm about to go to the gym, and I need to get over to the gym quickly because in Chicago it's starting to get dark really, really early. It's like 18 degrees too, and it's getting dark at like 4 o'clock, so I have to get my butt over there and work out. But I had a quick thought, and as you know, I like to share things as I see them and learn them, and because not only do I care about things that are scholarly and interesting, or well, everything's interesting that I talk about. I hope you feel that way. But I also like to talk about life, and I also offer my advice as a 43-year-old black man who tells people, maybe young people, but also older people too, things that I wish somebody had told me when I was in my 20s or 30s or whatever. And one of the things that came to mind was I was giving advice to a young brother about a woman that he met that he was very interested in, and he was thinking about possibly trying to pursue this woman, and and he found out basically that that she has what he defined, and I agree with this, as wrong guy syndrome. That means that she was caught up in love with a guy that she's been messing around with for a very long time. I want to say it was like over a year, who refuses to even commit to her. And so he felt that she wasn't going to be the best pick for him because she's preoccupied by she's trying to get a seat in a building that doesn't even have a seat for her. Meaning, she's trying to wait out wait for something that is probably never going to be made available to her or hasn't been made available so far. And I think that's a huge mistake, especially for her because she's about that age, like 31, 30, 31 years old, maybe 29. And unfortunately, just based on a woman's reproductive cycle, your best childbearing years actually, believe it or not, scientists say that the woman's best childbearing years are between 15 and maybe 27, 28. Of course, you can have kids into your 30s and even your 40s, but if you look up the science, it's not as easy. It's not as simple. And so one of the things I've seen consistently is I've seen some people, it's usually women that might make this mistake, but it can happen for men too. But I'm really talking about anybody who's looking to get married. If you're not looking to get married and have a stable, settled, long-term relationship, then maybe this advice is not for you. But if this is something you're looking for, one of the things that I've found is that there's so many cases where people are tempted to waste time with somebody who is wasting your time. Especially in your 20s, you got certain people, and biologists basically say males tend to be the ones who do this, who are just very promiscuous in terms of sharing their body and sleeping with a whole lot of different women. And the problem is they can only marry one based on the society we live in. We don't have polygamy here, we have monogamy, or at least legally. And so what I see in so many cases is people dedicating themselves to one person who is dedicating himself to many people. And what happens, unfortunately, is that they use up their best years waiting for that person, maybe between ages of 25 and 35, and they're waiting on. They're letting these people waste their time, maybe because they're chasing the guy with the most swag, or who looks the best, or who's the best in the bedroom. And then by the time they're ready to really settle down and get married, the guys that they thought were available, the guys they took for granted, that little friend that they had on the side that they felt they could grab on any time, that guy's gone. That guy's married to somebody else. And what I would argue is that relationships are best, especially for people that have stuff to do other than drama. Grown people, I'm talking about mature people. Relationship For mature people, relationships are best when you can pick a mate, settle into that relationship, and just focus on other stuff. You don't have to worry about one day coming home and your mate saying, "Well, I'm done. This is no fun anymore," or "I'm gone," or doing crazy stuff that's going to disrupt the relationship. I find relationships are better when everything's just settled and calm, and you have a person that's mature enough to understand the value of being with a good person and just being there. It's like you can think of it like picking out a house. You have some people that will move from one building to another building to another building because they always want something different. They always find a reason that there's something wrong with the building that they're in, with the house that they live in. Then you have some people that just move into a house and stay there. And because they say, look, I picked out my house, now I can focus on other things that are more important. So picking a mate might be the same way. For ambitious people, You don't want to drain your energy and your resources on relationship drama. You want to pick a good, consistent, stable mate most of the time and just be there. Just be in that relationship, get that out of your way, and then focus on other things, so that you're not wasting all your time dealing with broken relationships and repairing bad situations and dealing with other people's nonsense or whatever. So, my advice to the brother was, do not waste your time with this woman. She's clearly confused. She's even if she's available, you probably shouldn't be interested in her because she doesn't seem to have the ability to discern what a good man looks like. So she may take advantage of you and actually get rid of you because you are simple, consistent, and available, and as opposed to someone who's unavailable. So, my advice, if I were talking to her, I would say to her, look, what is it that you want out of life, and do you feel that this man is giving it to you? And if the answer is no, then you got to think about the fact that all of our clocks are ticking, and every month, every year you give to this man is a year that you can't get back. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I just thought I would share that thought with you. Take it as what you will. Some people hate when men give women advice, and I see that, and I don't, I think that's kind of crazy because you don't have to take it, you don't have to listen to it, but then some people actually appreciate it, and those are the people I'm talking to now, those who can actually appreciate it, because maybe you don't have a dad that can give you this kind of advice, or maybe you don't have an older brother or whatever, and that's what I want to be right now. So I hope this is helpful to you. Now I'm going to go to the gym because I'm getting fat and I don't want that to happen. So I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World. Please take care. God bless. I'm gone. Peace.